Hello students. Today in this video we will discuss about summary of the chapter Nationalism in India. In this we will discuss the main points. The first article is the Champaran movement 1917. In 1917 Mahatma Gandhi organized the farmers of Champaran where the reluctant plantation, that is indigo, was forced on the farmers, and it was a successful satyagraha movement. Again in 1917 in Kheda, where condition of farmers due to crop failure and Britishers were not agreeing on relaxing the crop tax and land revenue. So Mahatma Gandhi ji once again organized the farmers of Kheda district in Gujarat, and farmers stopped paying taxes and land revenue. Third movement is, that is Ahmedabad movement 1918. In 1918 Mahatma Gandhi organized the workers of cotton mills in Ahmedabad, where working conditions were not good. Working hours are more, wages were low, so Mahatma Gandhi organized them, and these were 1917 Champaran, 1917 Kheda and 1918 Ahmedabad. These were the three successful satyagraha movement by Mahatma Gandhi, one after the another. Then after the success of these three satyagraha movement, British government thought of to bringing Rowlatt Act in 1919, so that control on satyagrahis could be maintained, and Rowlatt Act was imposed. According to Rowlatt Act, in some areas martial law was imposed. One such area was Amritsar, where in April 1919, on 13 April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh incident occurred, where General Dyer shot innocent people who gathered over there in the Jallianwala Bagh. Then after that Mahatma Gandhi ji decided to launch non-cooperation movement. It was the idea of Mahatma Gandhi that British rule is surviving in India with this cooperation of Indians. If Indians will stop cooperating British, then British rule would come to an end and Swaraj will come. So non-cooperation movement was launched. In non-cooperation movement, Gandhiji suggested people to boycott process, surrender titles and not to cooperate any British authority. Then Chauri Chaura incidents and calling of non-cooperation movement in 1922. In 1922, Chauri Chaura, Uttar Pradesh, near Gorakhpur, one such tragic incident occurred in which the Satyagrahis and British police clashed, in which Satyagrahis put British police station on fire, in which 22 policemen were burnt alive, and then police started torturing and arresting many more Satyagrahis. In such a case, Mahatma Gandhi ji decided to call off the non-cooperation movement in 1922. Then Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch civil disobedience movement in 1931. Before this, Gandhiji wrote a letter to Lord Irwin stating 11 demands, and also warned Lord Irwin that if these demands are not met, in that case Gandhiji would launch nationwide civil disobedience movement. So after the turning down of the Gandhian letter by Irwin, Gandhiji started his salt march or the Dandi Yatra from Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad along with his 78 trusted volunteers, and this distance was travelled along around 240 miles, 10 miles a day, and 24-day journey. Many people came over on the way, and Gandhiji explained them all the idea of Satyagraha and how to participate and how to achieve Swaraj. On 6 April, they reached on the coastal town Dandi, where seawater was boiled and salt law was broken, and the salt prepared was sold in front of British buildings. So that then limits of civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement remained very slow in some areas, like in Uttar Pradesh, farmers did not participate. Problem with the farmers that Congress leaders were not willing to include the demands of farmers. Similar problem was of the Dalits. Dalits were untouchables, and by that time Dr. B.R. Ambedkar organized Dalit classes as depressed classes, and started demanding separate electorate for Dalits. So Dalits did not participate. Similar case was of the Muslim community. Since in non-cooperation movement, Khilafat and non-cooperation movement were launched together, and with the calling of non-cooperation movement in 1922, Khilafat movement also stopped. So Muslim thought that Gandhiji has stopped our movement also. And Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the Congress leader, started demanding separate electorate for Muslim minority community, and the declining the demand by Mahatma Gandhi of the Muslims. So Muslims also remained separate and they did not participate. People from cities and towns came forward, but their participation was also slow. Different communities came over to take part in civil disobedience movement, but everywhere the movement was participated partially. Again, Gandhiji entered into agreement with Lord Irwin in 1931, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. According to this pact, Gandhiji and Irwin signed that if Gandhiji stopped civil disobedience movement and wishes to go to second round table conference in Birmingham Palace, London, in that case, Lord Irwin would release all arrested leaders and will not arrest any further more. So after this agreement, Gandhiji went to London to attend second round table conference, and this side Irwin arrested more leaders. So Irwin did not keep his word, whereas Gandhiji also. So, but Gandhiji, when presented same 11 demands in the second round table conference, not a single demand was agreed. On the other hand, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar raised the issue of separate electorate. It was agreed. At this, Gandhiji enraged. Gandhiji became very angry against them, and after coming to India, went on hunger strike till death. So these were the limits of civil disobedience movement. The idea of collective belongingness, that it was the article in which it is mentioned that how people were brought together to take part in different movements and satyagraha and freedom struggle movements. The tricolor flag, folk tales, folk songs, bards, history, fiction, folklore, and the idea of Bharat Mata. Images were created by which people were brought together. So it was the idea of collective belongingness, especially Bharat Mata. Bharat Mata's different pictures were painted and they were presented in different media, in books, in some other visual prints. After that it comes the Swadeshi and the Swaraj flag. Swadeshi flag was designed by Bengali revolutionaries. It was a tricolor with red, green and yellow colors, having 8 lotuses and crescent moon. 8 lotuses represented 8 provinces of the British India, and crescent moon represented the Hindu-Muslim unity. And Swaraj flag was designed by Mahatma Gandhi, as Gandhiji always talk about Swaraj. So Gandhiji designed Swaraj flag in 1921. It was again a tricolor flag, red, green and white. Here yellow color was replaced with white. It had spinning wheel. 8 lotuses replaced spinning wheel, and crescent moon was also removed. This flag was also used as a defiance of the British authority, and in various freedom struggle movement this flag was used. And the last article is Quit India movement in August 1942. After the failure of Cripps mission and Second World War created a situation of Quit India movement for Britishers from India, because people became very angry against all British policies and rules. So they from all over, from all corners of the world, country, India, people came in large numbers and participated, like Kanak Lata Barua and many more women leaders also emerged who led large sections of women, and it was the successful Satyagraha movement. And after that Britishers thought now their rule has come to an end formally in India, and finally in 1947 India got its independence. So dear students, as per syllabus, latest reduced syllabus due to COVID-19, you have only 2 chapters in syllabus, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe and Nationalism in India. So with this lecture, these 2 chapters are finished. After this, you will get a new video on geography lectures. Thank you very much. Keep on watching and